All right, well, we will go ahead and get started. So thank you everyone for your interest in RAM's rain barrel and compost bin sale. My name is Courtney Selstead. I'm an operations manager here at RAM. And this is one of our key initiatives throughout the year. So we're excited that you're thinking of being involved. This session is mainly to explain how the sale works for new partners. We've gotten a lot of new interest. If you've done this before, there won't really be any new information. And I won't be insulted if you have other things that you need to do. So like I said, this is mostly for new folks. I have managed the sale for the past 3 years, and I am laying the groundwork for 2023, but I will actually be leaving RAM at the end of this month, at which point our executive director, Lori Nelson, wave, yeah, that's Lori, she is going to be managing it in the interim, and we'll be in touch with any updates as far as, you know, your best contacts with RAM and whatnot. But just FYI that will be changing, and I'm obviously here to answer any questions through the end of this month. And Lori knows how to get in touch with me if there's something that she can't answer after that.
Help! No,
Yeah.
just kidding.
Oh.
No, Courtney, I just want to recognize Courtney has done just an amazing job with this program during her tenure. So
Thank you.
I'm going to be a poor second, but we'll all do our best.
And I'm leaving copious notes. So
yeah.
So you probably have all gotten this information either on our website or through the introduction information, but these are our products. RAM has been doing this sale in some capacity since 2009, and they've gone through several different models. These two are the ones that have stuck. We've been selling these particular models for the past, I think, like 7 years. So this is what people have said that they like. I'm not going to read off all this information. That is all, like I said, online and in the information pack, but just, you know, as a summary, both products are manufactured in the Toronto area. They're made out of 100% recycled plastic. They're both black. And so the rain barrel is made by Forest City Models and Patterns. The compost bin is manufactured by Gracious Living. And this particular model, they only make for us. They do not sell this particular model in retail. So that's fine. You have something special. Right, for the group order logistics, RAM organizes this group order so that we can purchase directly from the manufacturers at a wholesale rate. We put together the order. The compost bin order actually piggybacks on an order in Wisconsin, and then everything's made in the Toronto area, like I said, and then delivered to your organization if you meet the delivery minimums, which I'll talk about later. To get the products in the spring when the customers want them, we need to put the order in early January. So that's why to sign up as a distribution partner, that deadline is December 23rd, so that then we can compile everything and figure out which trucks and how many trucks need to be ordered. And that's why it seems backwards that we put the order in a couple months before our online sale starts. And that's because we're working in a space that's more geared towards retailers. So your Targets, your Home Depots, Amazon, they all do a similar thing of making a guesstimate of how many products they're going to sell, buying them from the manufacturer, and then selling them to their customers after that. All right, and this is an example of how working directly with the manufacturer has advantages and disadvantages. And this year in particular, I've outlined those in the sale info guide. under flexibility is key because I do want to be transparent about the reality of the good and the not as good, about how this system works. And really nothing's bad, it's just different. It's like I said, a different space that we're working in. All right, here's some information about our distribution partners from last year, at least. We have some folks that participate every year. We have some that participate every other, some just whenever they feel like it. It really varies. The vast majority of our partners have us run their online sale. And a lot of this information is really mostly applicable to them, but there is also an option to participate in our group order and have us invoice you directly, and then you would manage the sale on your own, or however you want to do it. An example of this is Scott County. They do a huge tree sale every spring. And instead of working with 2 different sales systems, they place the order with us, they buy them directly from us, and then they sell the rain barrels and compost bins with their tree system, so that they're just doing that with one. But like I said, most people don't want to deal with an online sales system. So that's where we come in, and you tell us how many, and we run with it. If you are interested in managing the sale yourself, that is referred to in the sign-up form as an invoiced order. You can see here with the information, you know, it's mostly city and county government. There have been some partnerships between counties and local soil and water conservation districts, as well as between cities and counties. And that always helps widen the audience. I've also put some of the distribution partner needs as far as what you need for physical space, equipment. All of that information is also in the information guide. All right, how many should you order? This is the million-dollar question. Unless you've been just overrun with requests from your community, I would recommend for the first year of your sale to just do the delivery minimum. In 2020 and 2021, we sold out of everything at all locations, which is what we want. This past year, there were locations, it really varied. There were locations that sold out in 2 days, and then there are a few locations that still have unsold product. So I would be conservative, but really the goal is to sell out. It's just a matter of how long that takes. Giving a discount to your residents helps. Also, communications is really important. And by that, I mean putting it in your social media, putting it in your newsletter, or we've had communities put it in their utility bill, that kind of thing. And I'll talk a little bit more about marketing later. This is also why I discourage partners from limiting their sale to only their residents. Normally, say, you know, there's a sale in St. Louis Park, but people from Minneapolis can purchase and pick up from St. Louis Park. In the past, cities or counties have asked if they could just limit it to their residents. We have tried that. Like I said, it's not preferred. The sales are much slower, and there's a greater chance that you'll have unsold product at the end, which is not what we want. I also get a lot of questions about, well, can we get more when we sell out? And it's not unheard of, but a second round of ordering in that same season is very difficult. For the compost bins, they will only do a run of them if we order an entire truckload, and that's 540 compost bins. I don't think anyone wants that many. Also, like for the rain barrels, By the time we're in April and May, they're already making all of the big retailer orders. So we would be at the bottom of a queue. And if they can do it at all, they likely wouldn't be delivered until like early September. And with seasonal products, that window is just too small. So that's why it's kind of a dance, right? But that said, if anyone is concerned about the numbers, please let me know. I'm happy to talk through it and let you know like what maybe some other communities of a similar size have done. There's also the chance that you could partner with a neighboring community, have the delivery minimum delivered to one, and you split it up, or have the pickup event just at that one facility. And I'm happy to share with you if I know that there's someone in your area who's also interested. So just let me know, shoot me an email or a phone call. All right, so for pickup events, most people do, well, the span is late April to early June. May is really the sweet spot. It's better weather. There's more time for people to find out about the sale and to purchase, especially like last year, our spring came really, really late. People just weren't thinking about gardening when we're still shoveling snow into April. And so people that had like a late April pickup date didn't have as great of orders. Actually, I had one partner that ended up doing a second pickup date because they knew that people still wanted the stuff. They just weren't in that brain space yet. Again, if you have questions about when you should do it, I'm happy to chat about that, but really it's run the gamut. People do them on the weekend, people do it during the weekday. We recommend at least 1 3-hour pickup window. A lot of people offer 2, and we just need to know your pickup information by February 17th so that we can get that into the online sale information. We will not have any sale live that doesn't have that pickup information yet. For discounts, most of our partners do offer a discount to their residents, and that varies a lot. Some do it on both products. Some places only order compost bins or only order rain barrels. And the amount has varied from $7 to $60. So it's really whatever you want. And what would happen is that we would make you a location specific discount code that folks would use in the checkout. So yeah, the discount does not need to be on both products. Okay, also new this year, I made a Google Drive with a bunch of images of the products and all of the product information so that you can use that in your social media or any of your communications. So I'll send out this slide deck later with this link so that you'll have it. The information for like the info guide and pickup event information, and even our current board chair is a water steward, and for his water steward project, like capstone project, he did a rain barrel sale, and he made a PowerPoint presentation about it, and it's selling 100 barrels in 24 hours. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, that's in the Google Drive as well. So our online sale opens every year on March 1st, and it is housed at through the RAM website, which is recycleminnesota.org. Here are some images of what the sale looks like. on the left, this is embedded in our website, and so people can click on the location that's nearest to them, and then they'll see the products and all the product information, which is the images on the right. And like I said, RAM manages all of that. We're also, at the moment, we're collecting email addresses on our site for folks that want to be reminded when the sale opens. Okay. For the product delivery, we try our best to group the deliveries by the date that you need the product. The deliveries are usually late April and then into May. We'll let you know the dates that we've requested for the delivery when we put in the order, but they may change closer to the date as the manufacturers line up the trucking services. As you may or may not know, trucking is very difficult right now, and getting trucking services is difficult. There's a lot of demand, so they kind of make the rules. For example, we always ask that the drivers keep partners updated on their estimated times of arrival, like in this picture, but it doesn't usually work. Sad face. And on top of that, we don't get the truck drivers' phone numbers, and even the manufacturer doesn't get the truck drivers' phone numbers. So it's kind of a phone tree of the trucking company telling the manufacturer, telling me, telling you. It's one of those. So we share as much information as we can as we get it, but there are layers of that. For pickup events, they happen. The best place to have those is in an area where people can just kind of drive through. Depending on how much staffing you have, you can do like, hey, just pop your trunk, we'll put it in, you know, the customer drives away. That always is the fastest. Although you learn about how many different kinds of trunk openings there are and which ones are automatic, and yeah. Anyways, if your location is in a weird place, which a lot of places are like public works buildings or industrial parks. So if it's a strange place or requires additional information, we ask that you send that to us a few weeks ahead of time so that we can put it into the customer reminder email. And you'll see here in the bottom right, I have to give the city of Hopkins some style points because they got one of those flaily arm guys because people couldn't find their location. So they literally said, look for the flaily arm guy. Great. The week before the event, RAM sends out a reminder email with all of the pickup information to the customers. The day before the event, RAM sends out an automated text message reminder to any of the customers that opt in during checkout. That is new last year, and that really cut down on the amount of no-shows on pickup days. A couple days before your event, RAM will email you a list of all of the sales at your location so that you can just tick them off. We also have some information on best practices for pickup event, and that information is currently in the Google Drive if you're interested in looking at it beforehand. I should also highlight with the product deliveries that the truckers do not help. So it's important that you have staff on hand to unload the trucks. They're on pallets, so you'll need a forklift, pallet jack, etc. Right, after your sale, it's preferred if possible that for the handful of people that inevitably will not show up because of various reasons, that it's nice if there's a spot that they can call someone to pick up their product like later that week or something. And RAM will handle the messaging to them on that. We just, you tell us and we'll send it to anyone that hasn't picked up. And again, because of all those reminders that people get and the threats of canceling their order, it's usually just a few people. If you give a discount to residents, RAM will invoice you after your pickup event based on how many discount codes are used. And then the sad part, if there is a large amount of product that didn't sell at your location, we'll work with you to either extend the sale window, or see if there's somebody else in the area that didn't get in as a distribution partner in time and that might be interested in them. While uncommon, we do reserve the right to invoice you for any remaining items if no other arrangements are possible. But again, that is rare. All right, well, that's what I have for you. For those of you who are live, if you have questions, I'm happy to take them. Otherwise, this is our contact information. If you're ready to sign up, the form and all the sale information is linked to our homepage. And again, the deadline for that is December 23rd. So is there anyone on here that has questions?
Courtney, I had one.
Yeah.
So if there are no shows, I know in the past we've made arrangements, or you have made arrangements to have those people pick up. Is there a location? Are we keeping the extras at West Rock, or is it, you know, how did you handle that last year, which I think probably was different than the year before, right? Let's hope.
Yeah. So we don't have RAM does not have the ability to transport and store anything that's left over. So the ideal situation, and again, we can work with you, but the ideal situation is that wherever your event is, somebody can just go there and pick it up later that week. If it's, you know, in your office, or even if it's just tucked behind a garage or something, we'll give people the information and they can do that. So RAM cannot take back anything.
Thanks, Courtney.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hi Venus. Yep, I see you.
Yeah.
Yes, I can. Okay, so the question is that yes, I will send out this presentation to everyone, and the recording, a link to the recording. Since I've been here, we haven't done any school events. Although that might be a great idea. I don't see why we couldn't. You know, as long as you think you can meet that delivery minimum, or if there's somebody near you that you know, we could add just one pallet of things to someone else's order that you could then go pick up. We've done that lots of times. That's no problem. I don't see why we couldn't do that. I've heard of a lot of schools getting like grants and whatnot to put the stuff just on the school building, which would be cool. I think the most untraditional partner, and that isn't a government entity, is the utility company, Austin Utilities down in southern Minnesota. But yeah, I don't see any problem with partnering with the school district. And what is our experience on teaming up with a gutter installer. So these don't actually require any kind of installation. They don't attach to the gutter itself. In fact, you don't even need a gutter. I have one on my house that I just put where the rain falls the heaviest. But we have talked to gutter installers actually at like a home and remodeling show. No one's bit yet, but we have talked to people about that.
That same question, Courtney. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so to really get the feel for how these work, I just got a rain barrel, and that is the problem, that we have gutters everywhere. And so what I don't know how to do is get it attached from where it is. It already comes down on the ground and rolls away from the house. I'm not really sure how to lift it back up without disturbing the gutters.
Got it. There. So actually you would need to cut the gutter and put it underneath it.
Whew.
But it still doesn't attach to it. It just
I see. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, I see. Yes. Okay. Yes. You would have to cut the gutter. And I will look to see if I can find some best practices on that in particular. I haven't heard of anyone having an issue with it, but I'll see what I can find about how to best do that and any best practices. All right. Any other questions? And again, it's not. The system is different from what we normally do when we're buying things. So if it helps you to kind of chat out a scenario, I'm happy to do that. And I see
the tax exempt status question.
Yes, you can. Yep, we can. If you send us the ST3 form, we can do tax exempt. All right. Well, in that case, again, thank you for joining. Thank you for your interest. We hope that you'll join us for next spring, and I'll send out all this information so you can review it and later. So thank you.
Thank you, Courtney. Thank you especially for the Google Drive and for sending the presentation. That helps a lot.
Of course. No problem. Okay. Bye, folks.
Thanks.